About pirates searching for a legendary lost city that holds endless treasure. Our movie begins with a group of pirates on a ship in the middle of the ocean. The pirate crew on the ship stages a mutiny against their captain because he knows the city beneath the sea, but refuses to reveal its location. They interrogate the captain and threaten to kill him if he doesn't tell them where the city is, but he still refuses to speak. Suddenly, one of them shoots him, and he falls into the sea, holding onto the barrel next to him. As he falls, we learn that inside that barrel is his son, Haixing. From that moment, the pirate leader dies. 20 years after these events, we see Haixing grown up on a boat with a crew of fishermen. We learn that the one who found and rescued him from the sea was Captain Long, who became like a father to Haixing since he adopted him when he found him. Later, Long orders the crew on the ship that they must go search for the treasure hidden beneath the sea. But before they dive in, he informs them that they must head to a place called the Eye of the Sea, where all sea treasures gather. Haixing starts preparing to dive with them, but a young man in the crew mocks him and tells him not to join because he doesn't want Haixing to take a share of their treasure. At that moment, Long notices the situation and keeps encouraging Haixing until he regains his confidence and dives into the sea with the team. Haixing drifts away from the group and searches alone until he finds a golden staff. He breaks a piece from it and takes it. When he examines it, he realizes that some power transfers from the piece into his hand. Energy bursts from his hand, making him lose balance underwater, until suddenly, a giant sea monster appears before him. However, the monster doesn't harm him and just swims away. Haixing starts suffocating, desperate for oxygen, and he can't swim back to the surface. Unfortunately, he faints. On the ship, Long asks the crew about Haixing, who has been underwater for far too long, but everyone says they haven't seen him. Long grows very worried and decides to dive in himself. Underwater, he manages to find Haixing unconscious and gives him a breathing device so he can breathe again. Haixing regains consciousness, and just as they are about to return to the ship, suddenly, the sea monster appears again. It attacks Long and pushes him away from Haixing. Haixing decides to swim upward to breathe. When he surfaces, he finds pirates attacking their ship. Then, he looks ahead and sees Long appear before him. He is overjoyed to see him again, but his happiness doesn't last because the monster suddenly emerges and swallows Long whole. The ship's crew witnesses what happened, and out of fear, they decide to flee the area, abandoning Haixing alone in the middle of the sea. Haixing then notices the pirate ship approaching him, and they capture him onto their vessel. Once there, they tie him up, and the pirate queen sees the pirate tattoo on his shoulder. She asks him, "Where are you from, or which pirates do you belong to?" He tells her he is not a pirate at all, but a fisherman of the sea. She then notices the golden piece he carries, and asks him, "Where did you get this from?" He tells her he found it in the sea. She takes it from him, and orders her crew to imprison him. They lock him in a room with a girl named Ansu. Then he gets hit on the head and faints. When he wakes up, he finds himself tied up with Ansu. Ansu tells him she has shark teeth and can use them to cut the ropes, so he unties them with her help. She asks him, "Which village are you from exactly?" He tells her he is from the boat dwellers, and she immediately understands he is a sea fisherman. We then see Haixing in the pirate queen's cabin, searching for his golden piece until he finds it. Then he looks at the map and sees a mark on an island called Elixir Island. The mark indicates they are planning to attack that island. Meanwhile, Ansu appears before the pirate crew, and they attempt to assault her, but Haixing rescues her. He takes her, and they both jump into the sea. They reach a small boat that they supposedly stole from the ship. Suddenly, Haixing is struck by an arrow in his back, shot by the pirate queen, who is furious that he didn't die. Afterward, she kills one of her own crew members and throws his body into the sea. The next day, Haixing wakes up to find Ansu tending to his wound. It becomes clear that there are signs of mutual admiration between them. Ansu asks him about his golden piece, and when he shows it to her, she is greatly surprised. She tells him she is from Elixir Island and reveals that she is searching for the lost city beneath the sea. According to legend, it lies under Elixir Island, and they actually decide to go to the Elixir Island. And then she gives him a fish so he can eat it, and she tells him that he must eat very well and regain his strength so he can pass through the ghost fog. Of course, when he asks her what this ghost fog is, she explains that in order to go to the Elixir Island, he must enter the ghost fog. And this fog is extremely cold, and she explains that anyone who goes through it cannot withstand its coldness, and unfortunately, dies immediately. Anyway, by that time, they are in front of the ghost fog, and he asks her, "How are we going to pass through, you smart one, without dying from the cold?" So she tells him that she has 2 bottles of sea mercury water. Suddenly, while she is talking, they get pulled